3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hello there and welcome to another edition of WETalk. My name is Jemima Ndebele and I'll be your host, taking you around our community and showing you what exactly it is that we have to offer. In our WeChat segment, we will be having a chat with the owner of Inkmagination Tattoos. They'll be telling us all about his journey and his enterprise while giving you insight into what is currently happening at Tololi as we sit down with the founder, Fillemon Nangolo, and making sure to keep you entertained this weekend, giving you your gig guide in WeChill. But before that, let's head right into the news.
There's music galore at the VRS Sports Fields come December when Vocalcast Production brings you SA's Mikasa along with top local artists Paige, Jared G and DJ Malza on December 2nd. If jazz is more your style, don't miss the smooth sounds of Fujazz, Casey, Letitia and Major Sevenths on the 3rd. You can enjoy each event individually or you can easily make a weekend of the two. Get your tickets online via eticket.my.na or at the NMH offices in General Muhammad Murtala Avenue in Eros. Brought to you in conjunction with Republicane, Exhibition and Events Warehouse, Yango, DB Audio and the Winter Country Club. See you there!
Now, first up in news from our WETalk Express website, we'll be looking at the handover of 1,200 portable solar lamps to 10 schools in the informal settlement. Recent surveys conducted by Greenville Solars have revealed that learners and their families in the informal settlements turn to alternatives such as candles and cell phone lights to substitute electrical lights for studying at night. These alternatives limit learners from studying at night and in some cases cause fire outbreaks. In response to the need for access to light at night, the Capricorn Foundation partnered with Greenville Solar's EduLight project and last week handed over solar lamps to 317 learners from Havana High School. The school is the first of 10 recipient schools receiving 1,200 lights donated by the Capricorn Foundation, valued at 294,000 Namibian dollars. Next up in news from our website, the Windhoek Municipal Council has given the green light for the preservation and celebration of 7 homes that have stood for over half a century. These homes, located in various townships, including the Herero location, Bambo location, Donkerhoek gemeente, and Kommersdal, will soon be designated as heritage resources. These houses are slated to undergo a transformation wherein they will serve as repositories for social, political, and educational narratives that defined the 1960s, thereby opening a window into the past. By doing so, these townships are poised for a metamorphosis into thriving hubs replete with employment opportunities and immersive cultural experiences, as these homes will become vibrant hubs for cultural performances, offering a dynamic space for traditional music, dance and storytelling, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in Namibian culture. That is unfortunately all we have for you in our news segment. Do stay tuned for WeChat.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhh.com.na.
Now, in this segment of WeChat, we are joined by Rajan Cluster, who is also known as Versace The Artist. Now, you are a 22-year-old creative entrepreneur who taught himself how to tattoo and then consequently started your own business using that skill.
Yes.
Can you tell me how you got to knowing that this creative art form works for you?
This creative art form is simply one of the best. It's simply living out my dreams, you know, who I am and who I want to be. You know, I've been studying for a year, paid my own studies and everything. And then at the end of the day, I didn't feel it was worth it. So then I thought, let me just do what I love doing. Then I started tattooing myself, tattooing friends around me. And soon tattooing became part of me.
So you mentioned earlier in a conversation that we had before going on camera that most of the designs that you do are the designs that you come up with by yourself.
Yes.
So I take it you then also draw and paint and so on.
Yes, I keep myself busy with a lot of artisticness, like painting, drawing, sketching. I'm busy right now learning to airbrush, airbrushing like paintings on cars, detailing, things like those. Yeah, so I keep myself busy with a lot of artistic. I also do music, like part-time, just keep myself, you know.
So
Yeah,
you're like
it
just a walking ball of creativity.
Yes, I call it artistification, you know.
No?
Artistification. Yeah.
And how many tattoos do you have?
Probably by right now, I probably have more than 45 tattoos, I think.
And they're all self-made.
All of them are self-made. But the ones where I can't reach, I didn't do myself. I got like an artist from all the way from Belfast, Inkap. Inkap does all my tattoos, so shout out to Inkap for doing all my tattoos. Yeah, so I'm really not really satisfied by the work of some artists, but I don't judge them. We get better by each day. Every day we tattoo, and we learn new skills with every tattoo we encounter.
So your first tattoo, was it one that you made yourself?
Yes, it was one. This was actually my first tattoo. I actually did it with a homemade machine. This was my first tattoo. This is my name, Rajan, but just like the back part of my name, Jean. So then I did it with a homemade machine at first, and probably obviously it wasn't quality ink. So I did like this homemade shinies, you know, like a zombie and with Seppo. Yeah, and a homemade machine I made myself. From like a car motor, like, you know, this remote car motors, yeah.
And how were you sure that this thing was going to work?
I just checked out on YouTube.
And what ink did you use?
It was like homemade ink, just mixing different type of liquids that's absorbed into the skin and makes a color into the skin, yeah.
Now you're 22. When did you start your business? When did you explore all of this?
I actually started my business let's say 6 years ago. Actually 8 years ago. Then I started tattooing.
And
But
so
then
you were in high school?
obviously, yeah, from high school, yeah. So because I had to start hustling for myself, you know. In this life of today, it's not easy to be a man, so you gotta hustle hard, keep things going, you know.
That is true.
Yeah. So from a young age, I taught myself to be very independent and not reluctant from other people. So I started tattooing at a young age, like 5 years professionally, 8 years. The other 3 years I was just immature tattoo artist, finding my feet and everything. But there was no tattoo artist that I can say that I encountered on trying to teach me, or like I seeked out a lot but never got that, you know, that attention. So I just thought, why would I be relying on other people to teach me what I can teach myself and become the best? With every tattoo I did, I got better and better and better and better. Like I said, I believe I'm an inborn artist. So it wasn't really that difficult for me, but it was a challenge. Bringing myself all the way to where I am now. This is actually my third shop I own right now.
Really? So now so for our viewers, he's currently based close to OK Minimark in Kommersdal if you are looking to get yourself tatted up. Now, you were currently based here. Where were your previous locations?
Firstly, I opened the shop by myself, like it was like a barber shop, and I did the shop in the garage of neighbors of mine's yard, close to my house. So started off there, and then it didn't work for me because I became too comfortable in my spot. So then I went back home, tattooing from home again. Home tattooing wasn't really my thing because I didn't want all that attention at my house, you know. So I used to go to clients' houses at first, like from the start. But later on, I got my own shop. It didn't work out. I went back home, tattooed from home a little bit, and I opened another shop at Woermanhype here at Commerce Grove Mall. I opened a shop there at the barber shop again, and I was renting a space at the barber shop, but it was a private area. Like I was there like for 8 months, and then I closed that shop again, went back home, and then I decided to go on my own, like open my own shop, my private space, whereby, and then I was searching for a shop. I was searching, couldn't get like a very clarifying space for the atmosphere, you know. So then I found this spot, and I am very grateful that I found this spot because this spot it's been the ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been attracting a lot of clients. As you can see, that my spot is my tattoo parlor is very artistic. I can be myself in here. Like you found me doing a painting against the wall when you came in.
Yeah.
I love art.
So tell me, what are some of the tattoo styles that do you like minimalism? Do you like realism? What are some of the tattoo styles that just work for you?
Yeah, you get a lot of tattoo styles, you know. Like people don't really go with like a specific style when they come to tattooing. People just get random pictures from the internet and they'll be like, "Soek die chappie," of I want this tattoo, you know, coming with that reference to me. And then I do something we call stenciling. So it's obviously projecting that same image that the person came to me with, just projecting that image and pasting it onto the skin and just going over that lining and making it a tattoo, bring it art to life. But for me, I like to practice realism. Like I said, I do a lot of sketching, portraits by drawing. So also with the machine and the work of tattooing, I love doing realism. Yes, and traditional also, like Maori tattoos, minimalist tattoos are overall.
Yeah.
If a tattoo artist can't do a minimalist tattoo, then
He probably shouldn't be a tattoo artist.
yeah, that's where it starts, you know. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your time. But before I let you go, can you just let me know who are some of the biggest motivations in your life? The people that keep you going.
That kept me going. I used to watch Inkmaster a lot, you know. So there was this one tattoo artist, Anthony Michaels. I used to look up to that guy a lot because he practices realism and he actually is one of Inkmaster's crowned Inkmaster. And he's one of the best tattoo artists in like worldwide because Inkmaster is not just for us tattoo artists but for everybody in public. Also my mother and my father, most definitely my wifey. We're engaged, not married yet. We're engaged,
Well,
getting there.
it into existence.
Yeah, getting it there. Yeah, they motivated me a lot. You know, in this business whereby you rely on clients to come to you, it's not easy. You know, you get how could I say, demotivated a lot. Like you don't feel yourself. Whereby misschien 1 week it's quiet, 1 week it picks up again. You know, you get a lot of people that badmouth you also. Also, you know, the haters gotta hate.
Yeah, there's always gonna be that. Yeah.
But we live with it. But
And you grow
my
through
biggest
it.
motivation was my mother's, and her prayers kept me going.
She must be incredibly proud.
She's really proud of me, you know.
Well,
From
it's
where I
a-
was and
yeah.
where I am now,
You've come a long way.
life taught me.
In such a short span of time, and I mean, you're so young, you have your whole life still ahead of you, and this is literally only the beginning of your tattoo empire.
Yes.
And your creative empire, because I'm sure you're still going to venture into other art forms.
Bigger is better, you know.
Exactly.
Go big or go home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Versace.
Thank you very much for this interview. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for coming all the way out to Commersdal OK Mini Market. Inkmagination Tattoo Parlor, coming to you live on the floor. Versace The Artist, 081-2898-084. Get that ink on, but think before you ink.
Come on now. Think before you ink. And that is unfortunately all we have for you today in our WeChat segment with
Cheers.
Versace The Artist. Now let's head right into an interview where we get into business with Tololi's Fillemon Nangolo.
Evening and welcome to Sunset News.
Dutch stays in list A in the speech, rate in taxes, and how much.
After the break, we take a look at the sports.
We bring you
Economic indicators, tomorrow's weather, and sports. I am Aina Raiza Kweo.
Now, in this segment of We Business, we are joined by Fillemon Nangolo, who is the owner of Tololi. Tololi has made such an impact on the e-commerce industry as well as the agricultural industry. Can you tell us how and why you decided to make that 360 pivot?
Okay, so initially we started running as a basic e-commerce platform where we'd import goods to get them directly to the end customer. I think as a team, we slowly started realizing that when we were diving deep into the problems of what we're trying to solve with our technology, getting products for people, products like screen covers for iPhones and t-shirts was just not enough. It wasn't purpose-driven, more profit-driven. So as we started, as we're looking deeper into this problem of ours, we realized that perhaps we need to start looking at avenues or industries perhaps where we're able to make a bigger change with our technology. And that's when we're introduced to the agricultural sector, and we realized that perhaps purpose lies in connecting these 500 smallholder farmers to market and empowering them in the best ways that we can. Yeah.
And you also signed a memorandum of understanding with the World Food Programme. Tell me, how did that was a big moment for you and your team, most probably.
Yeah.
How did that go down?
I guess this is a golden nugget for everyone as well. When we were running the e-commerce platform, the basic e-commerce platform, we decided to look into working with local producers or local manufacturers to get their products directly to the end customer. We were making quite a noise on social media. We were really trying to find out what people need and getting the word out there about Tololi. And luckily, one of the platforms we use is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is so powerful. I think that's advice, like, I don't know if you've probably got LinkedIn, but that's advice to everybody on the ground starting a business. You definitely need a LinkedIn page, because it turns out that I think August of last year is when the UNWFP reached out to us, and they called us in for a meeting. And when we sat down with the country director, he said he found us because he saw a post of ours on LinkedIn, and he called us in because he was really interested in the e-commerce technology that we're busy trying to adapt into the Namibian industry. So that's actually how it happened. They found us on LinkedIn. We went over there. We had a presentation, of course. I have a lot of pitch training, understanding how to sell your business. They really liked our presentation. They invited us to their annual performance plan review in the north. And from then on, that's when it kicked off. In October, we signed an MOU. We actually expected it to be 3 to 5 years, but it's actually for 8 years. So for the next 8 years, actually almost 7 years now, UNWFP will be supporting Tololi and making sure we're able to empower our farmers.
And where are these farmers based?
Right now, a bulk of our farmers, well, for the pilot phase, a bulk of our farmers are in the northern region. So Kunene, Ohangwena, Kavango East, and Kavango West. That's where we'd like to start. Also because that's where the pilot program for UNWFP and Ministry of Education's homegrown school feeding program is. Just a quick summary of that. Ministry gets money. They give the schools money in order for the schools to purchase produce so the students can have food in order to concentrate in classes. Which is so important because you find very, very bright minds, but they're irritated. I think everyone gets hangry. I get hangry and very, very irritated. So I think that's a very, very big move that they made. And where Tololi comes in is we are now able to help the schools source way easier and as well as have traceability on all of their transactions, because now they're using a digital platform that's able to automate these things.
Process.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that's, hit me with your question again, just to make sure that I answered it.
Well, I'm sure you did.
Okay, perfect.
But now moving on, you said that you guys are supposed to connect 500 farmers. How many have you connected so far?
So far, we've connected, so we were running our pilot for the first 6 months. So February till July was our pilot or research and development phase. So we have to find out exactly what's happening on the ground. Reason being, we don't want to apply any blanket solutions. We don't want to just look at an industry and say, look, this is what they need. We need to really understand what's happening on the ground. So from February till July, we're doing research and development. Right now, if you go onto Tololi.com or if you search Tololi on Google, you're able to find us, actually able to join the waiting list. But for now, what we're doing is we're focusing on connecting those farmers in the Ohangwena region to the schools. So we've connected a couple of farmers, but we've put about 68 farmers on our dashboard as of 2 weeks ago. Wow. And this is when we actually started onboarding our farmers. We've already connected 2 to market, actually 3 farmers to market, because one of our schools has already placed 2 orders for some of their students, which include like 40 cabbage. The best news though, one thing that's really, really cool is that towards the end of this month, we're going to start rolling out cabbage. So we have got 23,000 heads of cabbage that are going to be available before the end of September. And as we push through September to October, there will be about 50,000 heads of cabbage in total that we are trying to push into market as well. So we're really looking at working with retailers or, wholesalers, distributors, as well as just normal stores, retailers, or even the ladies at the market. If they're able to purchase from us in order to resell and make their money back, that's great. But yeah, it's an opportunity for everybody to dive into what Tololi is able to do. And hopefully soon you'll start seeing these adverts for the cabbage that we're going to release.
So this is basically a call out to all people in the retail industry to join on and hop on the Tololi train.
Yeah, please jump onto Tololi.com, go onto the drain wait list and just say that you're a buyer. Alternatively, just give us a call. All of our details are on Tololi.com. You can go and check it out. And then you can give us a call and tell us what you're looking for, and we'll make sure that we reach out to our database of farmers that we're empowering and make sure that they're able to provide you with the fresh produce. The best part about it is WFP has many partners. One of these partners is the Namibia Agronomic Board. So when it comes to our produce, we always make sure that we're providing the best quality to our customers, because sourcing food, we always have to keep in mind food security and food safety. Food safety is one of the most important things, especially when you're dealing with young adults who are in school, as well as businesses that you're providing to. There's so many interesting and important stories of people eating poison food and unfortunately losing their lives or getting sick. So we want to avoid that the best way we can. So we always partner with the right people to make sure that our farmers are following good agricultural practices and our produce is always at the best of its quality.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Fillemon, and thank you for that insight into what exactly Tololi does and how it does it and how it is empowering our farmers in the North. We hope that your 8-year memorandum of understanding will only yield success and will continue to anchor and streamline the process of connecting farmers to the Namibian school feeding program. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of this insightful interview with Fillemon Nangolo. Stay tuned for WETalk as we give you a rundown of all the fun things you can do this weekend.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
It's the middle of September and spring has sprung. On Friday at 6, A Thin Line, an exhibition by Namibian South African-based artist Lizette Forsyth, opens at the Project Room and can be viewed until 7 October. At 6:30, Roots Gymnasium hosts a kuierfees at Stampriet with entertainment by Wayne Blow. And at the same time, in support of breast cancer awareness, SA's Cordelia performs at the Crocodile Farm in Otjiwarongo. On Saturday at 8, the 061 High School Bash brings together more than 40 Windhoek high schools under the theme of shining light on the Namibian child's talent at the Sam Nujoma Stadium until 7 p.m. At 9, there's a mimosa breakfast with Marcel Hopkins, who's the presenter of Bravoer en Boer soek 'n Vrou at Droombosch Country Estate. At 10, the Namibian Art Association hosts an artisan market until 4. At 6, SA's Cordelia performs at the Kupferquelle Resort in Tsumeb, also in support of the Cancer Association. And at the same time, the Jazz Songbook is presented by Gareth Harvey and Jessica Stradom at Goedenvang in Walvis Bay. On Sunday at 3 p.m., Drag Night Namibia presents Unplugged at Anna's Kloofenberg shop in Windhoek. The dress code is vintage. If you haven't seen it yet, Tama Time, an exhibition by the Umba Arts Trust, can be viewed at the National Art Gallery until September 23rd. So to Bold Over, a group exhibition of handcrafted pottery at the Bell House Gallery in Windhoek. Enjoy!
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Well, sadly, viewers, we have come to the end of another exciting edition of WETalk, where we took you all around our communities, particularly to Kommersdal, where we went to Inkmagination Tattoos and sat down with Rajan, who told us all about his business and how exactly you can get in touch with him in order to get tatted up for the summer, while giving you an insightful business chat with Fillemon Nangolo from Tololi, and also giving you a good guide in our WeChill segment. However, from me, Jemima Ndebele, it is goodbye.